Good morning, Facebook, YouTube family. Listen, as promised, we are going live again today as we talk about mind your business moment. So, listen, rock out with us. Let's rock out, let's grow, and let's go to the next level together as we share some principles as well as invite you to what's going on next weekend. All right, here we go. Let's grow. Good morning. Good
Hey,
morning.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing this beautiful, beautiful Good Friday? I'm excited to say, I don't know about you, but HE is closed today because it's Good Friday. I'm going to enjoy my day off, but even in our day off, we wanted to come on and spend a little time with you. Still promoting the upcoming workshop on next week. Are you excited to be off today, sweetheart?
Yes, I'm excited to be off.
Are you going to be off or are you going to still have your laptop?
No, I'm gonna be off.
Same here, man. We're gonna enjoy it. So listen, do us a favor as you're jumping on. We want to share a couple more tips with you for the workshop coming up. But do me a favor, can you just kind of share this live with as many people as you can? And as you're jumping in, we love to hear you say good morning. If you're on your way to work or you just lay in the bed, whatever, just say good morning. And just let us know. You let us know if you're off today. If you're off, say I'm off. If you're not, say I gotta work. Good morning, Lady Gant. Lady Gant, you've been rocking with us every morning. We've been going live. Good to see you on here. If you're jump on, just say good morning to us. We love to hear from you. We're gonna get on here real quick and just talk a little bit, a little more on some topics that we want to share with you towards this workshop. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to network and grow together. I do got to do a little work today. I got to send an email reminding all those who registered to make sure that they come, dressed for headshots. Headshots will be going on here. We come ready to network. Business cards, bring your business cards, bring your information. Always come ready to give you elevator speech, elevator pitch. That's something very important, sweetheart. Maybe that should have been a topic today. The importance of elevator pitch.
Oh no, right?
And
I
one of the
know.
mission. And one, are you off today, Miss Liggins? Are y'all at school today? If you jumping on, let us know. Are you off today? Yes, sir. I look forward to these moments. Yes, ma'am. If you're off today, let us know if you're off or not. If you are working today, say, hey, nope, I gotta work. Should we talk a little bit about the elevator pitch, baby?
Yeah, I said go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah. So today we just really wanted to get on here just to bring the awareness of what's going on next weekend, next Friday, and make sure that everyone get one last moment to register. But a couple of things we want to kind of discuss about the reason why we're doing this workshop, the reason why we do the Lions Den. Some people wonder, why you do all this here. Listen, it's people may not understand. It's not for the money. It's not the Lions Den is a very minimal. We're off. I'm boarding my flight. Final four. Go ahead, then, girl. Hey, let me know, Miss Liggins. Is the line still long? Did they finally open up the other TSA and all the other things? I was wondering about that. But anyways, just want to make sure why we do this. People think us for the money. Believe me, we get minimum fees because it's not been about money. It never has. From day one, sweetheart, we try to do this for free. Day one, we wanted people to really just get it right. And one thing we found out when people pay, they pay attention. And when people don't pay, they have good intentions. I'm gonna say that. That's my new slogan. When people pay, they pay attention. When they don't pay, they have good intentions. I have intention to join. I want to be there. I want to come in there. But shoot, you're like, oh, it's free. I can come later. But something about when it tugs in your pocket, it makes you want to say, "Hey, hold up! I paid my money. I'm gonna get the most out of this." Especially, I know us, our people. So, we're gonna talk about a couple things while we join this, while we start this here. But one thing I want to kick off with right quick, since it came across my mind, is elevator pitches. Elevator pitches. When you go to workshops like this, one thing me and my wife always talk about, you got to get in rooms. You got to get in rooms. But the worst thing you can do is get in a room with lots of people there, lots of opportunities. And while you're in that room, you walk up to somebody and they say, "Hey, who are you?" "Oh, my name is Clyde." And that's it. "My name is Tanya." And that's it. So the key thing when you get in that room, you got to represent. I know if you get, sweetheart, I went to a room and Nate Peterson reached out to me and asked me to come to this place. It's over in Houston somewhere, big old expo. And this one guy got up and they had a room. They said, "Hey, you got any questions?" So when this guy got up and he said he had a question, he got to say, "My name is," I'm gonna say Tony James. "My name is Tony James, and I am with such and such. I do this and I do this. I've been in business this long. I've been in business long." And I'm thinking to myself, dude, they didn't ask you all that. They asked you, "Do you got a question?" But he put the whole pitch out there, right? And she said, and then when they got through, the guy who was hosting it says, "That's the way you introduce yourself, even when I only ask if you got a question." He said, "When you get a room, you don't ask for permission to put your business out there. You take over the room and you put your business out there to know who you are." So the key thing is, if you got an elevator pitch, you got to make sure. Do you kind of share some things? What do you think about elevator pitch? Before I go deep into it, baby, what do you think about elevator pitch?
I think as any business owner, because did we add that in there? We didn't add that part in there about the elevator pitch and doing that. But I
I
think
guess
one day we need to do an elevator pitch and give a prize for elevator pitch. What y'all think about that? I think that's a good thing to do on another day,
so.
not this time, but really teach people how to do an elevator pitch. We've won um, money doing elevator pitches. One of the things about elevator pitches, people go all over the world to do elevator pitches all the time to promote their business. And it's literally a three. If you're on an elevator and you're going up, you should be able to tell somebody what you do and how you do it, when you do it, the way you do it, and what'll reach you at that quickly. And we were able to do that and won third place actually in San Diego with some funds to come back to put into our business, to invest into our business. And so I think elevator pitches are always number one, because you're always, especially if you're in the room of networking, you should be able to know an elevator pitch that will be able to let someone know quickly about your business and what you do.
Yeah, yeah. In this room, you're gonna have multiple chances. We literally gonna create opportunity at the very end. Watch this here. Don't come to this room so focused on the people we're bringing in the room. Chances are you may get a chance to do business with them. Maybe one out of 50 chances you may be able to do business with them some kind of way. But the key thing is the other people that's in the room sitting next to you. We've done more business with our peers in those rooms than anything. And so you should literally be, I'll never forget another situation. We went up to Houston to a big Chase event, and we sit in this room with thousands of people. And I saw everybody's walking to each other like they knew each other. I'm telling my wife, man, all of them look like they know each other. But then I realized they was maximizing the opportunity to be in rooms. So I started just acting like I know people. "Hey, how you doing?" The guy said, "Hey, how you doing?" We transferring cards and we talking, and I think that's the thing, is that as entrepreneurs, upcoming business owners, we're so big on just hey, waiting on stuff to come our way, or being kind of shy and bashful. And in this world, that's what we talk about the line thing. Only the strong survive. Only that ambitious persons want to eat. And we always talk about happy hunters eat. But for you to eat, you got to go hunting. You got to go tap on shoulders. So that's key thing. And in this room, we're going to have different people there that we're going to bring in, but you're going to have peers. Walk up to them. "How you doing? What's your name? What do you do?" Ask them a question. Don't just walk up and say, "Hey, my name is Tanya. No. "Hey, what's your name?" "I need to work on my elevator pitch for each one of my businesses." Exactly.
I know. Exactly, Tamisha. Look, we be in a room and I'm like, okay, what is this room about? Okay, that's the business I'm pitching. I'm gonna pitch that business. in this room. I think that's so important to know elevator pitch, especially if you have multiple businesses. You definitely want to know have an elevator pitch for that.
Yeah. And I think so. The key thing is if you're approaching somebody who you don't know, the best thing to do is open up with saying, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such such. I'm just curious. What do you do? You all know all your entrepreneurs in the building. You know, if everybody's entrepreneurs in the building, the key thing is, hey, my name is such and such. What do you do? What's your name and what do you do?" And it's such an open question. Oh, my name is Clyde, and now I got to have my elevator pitch ready. Like, so if somebody comes to you and say that randomly, and you better be ready. But if you ask somebody else, they must be ready. And listen, and don't listen just to wait for them to finish so you can come back with yours. You listen, and then you have your phone open. Oh, you do who? What's your number? And don't just wait for a business card. If you don't got a business card, watch this here. This is something that's very important because iPhones don't have timestamps, right? So I put a phone in. I put a phone number in. This is something I don't know if you ever thought about this here. I put a phone number in my phone, and I know I put the number in there. I know I put a person in there, but I don't remember their name. So I'm thinking to myself, crap, who did I add to my phone? And I'm trying to figure out how do I find out? Because I would love to say, oh, on this date, put a date. iPhone, hear me out. Put dates on entry. If I can say, oh, I was at this event on March 28th, and all the phone numbers I added to my phone on March 28th would come up, that'd be amazing. But it don't do that. So what I would suggest, if you're at the Lions Den Small Business Workshop, I will put LDSB in front of that contact. So I know everybody who I got their phone numbers that day, I can put in LDSB, and it'll be everyone I got at this event. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's a good tip. Or give me just a number one if that's a good tip. I put LD, Lions Den, SB, Small Business, your workshop, and just to let you know, okay, I met this person there, I met that person there. Another key thing, this is something that we don't do. I've seen people do this in workshops. Hey, can I take a picture of you real quick so I can remember what you look like in this photo, so that when you do come up with their phone number, you remember who they were. And then watch this, another good tip, sweetheart. And when you get back to your office, send them a email and say it was nice meeting you there. Looking forward to connecting with you, just so you can create the dialogue and keep it going. And communication. That's just with peer to peer. What do you think about that, sweetheart?
Yep, definitely.
So another piece is that when you get with that person who maybe this person you don't know who they are, just random peer people, but that person who is somebody, they got contracts, they got loans, opportunities, who they are. I would walk up to them and say, hey, how you doing? Can I get a moment of your time? You know who they are. Just say, hey, who you are, what you're doing, what do you do? It's not gonna work for them. Just say, hey, my name is Clyde. Can I get a moment of your time? I do that at that place over there in Houston. Remember that guy? He said, hey, that's the guy you got to get to know.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran behind him, hunted him down and said, hey, can I get to talk with you real quick? And this guy, literally, who are you? But I couldn't be intimidated with his look and he had something in his mouth I need to hear. I said, my name is Clyde Harding. I was told by such and such I need to get to know you. Can I get a moment of your time? Okay. And then I'm thinking to myself, I better not waste this. Everything coming out of my mouth needs to be intentional. I say, well, my name is Clyde. I'm with HE Disaster Restoration. We restore homes all across the country. We have been involved in multiple nonprofit organizations who have paid us to restore homes. Also, we travel with other organizations to do debris cleanup. I hear that y'all have opportunities to restore homes. I would love to be an asset to you with our da 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 da. And he started telling me, okay, da 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 da. So I got his information, type of deal. But do you see how I kind of just put myself out there? The first person I introduced myself, created dialogue. This person, I'm trying to create opportunity. So I think elevator pitches is an amazing opportunity, amazing tool. And I'm gonna give you one last tip before we go on to the next topic: is make sure these things are in your elevator pitch: who you are, what you're doing, how you do it, and if you have time. If you don't have time, you got to get the three: who you are, what you're doing, and how you're doing it. If you have time, give them the why you do it. The why not always important, but it's always a good icing on the cake. My name is Clyde Harden. We are with HE Disaster Restoration. We restore homes across the country for organizations that has funds, and we are able to manage those funds. If I got time, I say, and we do it because we want to make an impact to our community. That's not always the most important thing, But if I can get it in there, if I got time. If the elevator don't stop midway up, I got time to throw it in there just so it could be a heart pull at the same time. So that's some little bit thoughts I have on elevator pitch, baby.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's good and it's important for any business owner that is doing that. But yeah.
So with that being said, I guess to get over to the why, the why we're doing. Let's first talk about why the workshop. I think why the workshop is not as important why we do the Lions Den. Can you share with them a little bit why we even do the Lions Den, babe?
Yeah, I feel like we did a unscripted about that, but I would say this is that first of all, go watch that entire script on how it came about and what we did to get it started. But one of the reasons is because we wanted to bring something to our community that we started learning in other states. We went to Washington, we went to Prairie View, but no one was really teaching, how to really build structure for a small business. And so when we decided to once we started learning about government contract, about building business, and we saw that there was a structure to it and there was opportunities as well as making sure we had structure, making sure we had opportunities. And then we realized that there was a strategy to it. And then we realized, dang, not only is it strategy, structure, opportunity, but it's also a way for people to be able to gain multiple streams of income. So when we start seeing that happening, I think that's when we really decided to create the Lions Den for them, for people to be a part and have it here in our city, in our country. I mean, in our country, in our county, in the country, in a rural area where no one was really teaching to this capacity and seeing the results. Can somebody type that in the screen? Results. Because we saw that we had results in the midst of building, and we was like, man, this works. And we already the type of people that like to tell people we don't gatekeep a lot of stuff. Now, some things we do for the Lions Den, no shade, but for real. But we realized that we literally we saw that it was results and we were making revenue. Hey, we need to tell people about how to come about and do this. And so that's what Lions Den came in, and we had our first workshop. We brought in Prairie View and other people to it. And a lot of people showed up, but they didn't know exactly what they were showing up to or the work that went into it, because maybe they had seen the results of what was happening throughout the business. But then we realized, man, we got to create a space for other business owners, for them to be able to be a part of this. And once a year, we've been doing this now 4 years. This will be year 5, right?
I think it's 4 or 5. I can't remember.
4 or 5 of doing this workshop. And eventually, now that we're learning how to partner with other companies, man, I can't wait till this complete program is sponsored by major companies. And we're learning that through our coach. Shout out to her. Yes, I will gatekeep her, definitely. But shout out to her. But I will say that we're learning how to go about and get that revenue to be able to make this event eventually free for other people. But we're so excited because we're doing something new this time. We're inviting, shout out to Legans. We're inviting her kids. It's 7 kids. She did a post on social media, man. If you don't mind investing into that, helping the kids dress up to be a part of that. But it's one of those. That's where we at. That's how we started, pretty much.
I thought about Lamisha kids. I'm like, man, yeah, they had to take one of my jackets and cut them in half and make 2 out of one of my jackets.
Stop it.
But yeah, I really hope people do push that. But yeah, that's the key thing, man. How reason we do this, we're going live. We're going live right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. We will take a loss in this workshop because we're going to make the value so great and we're going to make the price so low because we want you to come. I know we do everything we do when it comes to business like this. And I don't know why we do it. Some people think we're crazy. Well, I know why we do it, but in most people in their right mind, they wouldn't do it how we do it. But we do because we really want to see people win. We want to see people. It's almost like, man, we've seen the inside of the opportunity, and we know so many other people don't know that. And we've seen people grind so hard and work so hard without the results. And we're like, man, if we can get this to the people who we know that can use it, it can really grow their business. It can really revolutionize how to do things. So we just want to help. I mean, I know people say it all the time, and there's always a catch to it. If you own here and for a fact that we're not the type of people who say that and it's a sales pitch, kind of just whatever you can do to comment in there and let them know that this is not a sales pitch or whatever. These guys are genuine. But we truly, anybody we get access to, I will say it years ago, if I get in the door, babe, I want to leave it cracked open so someone else can come behind me. It was never about getting the door locking and say, yeah, I made it, y'all didn't. I always want to get in the door and leave it cracked open so when someone else come behind me, they can get into. And that's how it's been since day one. And so this workshop, from the beginning, I never forget sitting in the kitchen and I've been working hard on changing the algorithms of our back office and working on our SEO, search engine optimization. And when I was working on those things, I kept seeing like, man, I'm working hard to get a fish. I'm working hard to get a customer. I'm working hard. I remember that days doing Thanksgiving, babe. I'm sitting at my desk, sitting the laptop on my lap, and I'm working on all the things that AI told me to do on my SEO and stuff like that. I'm working hard. I'm like, and God touched my heart and says, you learning how to fish for business. And the next thing came to mind was we need to teach a man to fish, teach people how to do these same things. If we learn it, immediately we try our best to share with someone else. So this workshop is about trying to help others. As workshop is trying to give you opportunities and helping you get in the doors. Every door we get in, we want you to come behind us. Not our coach's door, but every other door we get in, we want everybody else to come behind us. But that's the key thing about this workshop, babe. So I'm hoping that people come and with the anticipation that I'm going to grow, I'm going to do better, I'm going to shift. I'm not going to just waste my time in this workshop and just check some boxes. I'm going to come to this workshop and I'm going to actually make some changes. So, what are your thoughts? What are your hopes are for people who come to this workshop?
I hope they build something that will last. That's the whole thing, is building something that showing them how to build something that will last. That's what I really want people to get from this workshop.
Yeah, that is so true. It's turbulent times in business. A lot of
Yeah.
turbulent times. And the deeper your anchors are, the deeper you developed, founded, business is more likely for you to survive the turbulent times. So
Yeah.
that's all I got today. I just wanted to jump on this quick this morning and kind of really encourage him.
I want to share some principles though, because I don't never want to come on here live and don't have nothing to give to the people. I would say this is that when you're building something that lasts, for those of you that's rocking out, make sure you like, share, all of that great stuff. But if you remember anything, is that you're learning. If you don't learn anything else from what we do, is really, really learning that the main thing that we teach when it comes to business and doing business is number one, type this in the screen, is learning the power of ownership over opportunity. That's all we're trying to do, is trying to show people how to gain ownership over opportunity. And the reason why I say that is because I know for me, there are some people that are okay with working for other companies. There's nothing wrong with that because you need people to work for companies. But then there are some of you that's saying, okay, I am a business owner and I want to get to a point to where I'm owning something that belongs to me. That's why I love ownership in homes, real estate, different things like that, is really, really learning ownership over opportunity. And I think that part is important. I believe that's what we're really, really teaching,
Yeah.
is how to gain that, how to gain ownership. When we found out that we could gain ownership over everything else, it was like, oh my God, to have that ownership moment, it's like, it's so many opportunities because no one, it was like living in a house, right? Leasing a house out. While we were in the middle of leasing a house out, it didn't belong to us. It belonged to them. It was nothing that we could really do. It was cute at first, but now we're at a point of, okay, let's figure out how to get these opportunities, because many people are waiting on opportunities. We were talking the other day. Let me tell you the power of ownership, Bishop, is I get excited about principles because I can share about the workshop, but if I can give you something that can stick with you today as a business owner and maybe even make you think to come on to the workshop, right? Is this, and it's like learning that to make job opportunities for other people, that's ownership, man. Because somebody typed that in the screen. Making like when it comes to that, we have some people that are in our pipeline that want to be a part of our company. We trying to find a job for them. Girl reached out yesterday, and it's like, man, what can we do to find a job opportunity for this particular person. And I think that's power when it comes to that,
Yeah.
ownership over
I think,
ownership.
and we said part about the renting a house versus owning a house. That is such a good example comparison to working an 8 to 5 Monday to Friday or owning your own business. Both of them, they can tell you get out in any moment. But if
Baby,
you,
we'll fire you in a minute.
so I think it's
But this is what I found out though in ownership, in the way even we're learning right now, is that even the people that works with our company, we look at them as a team that is working with us, right? They working with us, so it's like we want to make sure that they good.
yeah,
That's true ownership, is learning how not to just use people for their skill. Business is business, but
partner.
also how to partner with them to make
Yeah,
things happen. We're getting ready to, anyway. Yeah, ownership over that. I would say another thing, second thing is being able to understand systems over struggling. Can you type that? Systems over struggling. And when it comes down to building what lasts, you gotta have systems over struggling. Someone told us the other day in the meeting, they said, Bishop, if we was in this field, like and doing the way y'all do, man, we would still be in the field because of the structure. That is
yeah,
so important when it comes to building something that lasts. You gotta have systems over struggling, because now you find yourself struggling in the business. What? Because I know you're a system guy, Bishop. What you think?
yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, you first got to recognize you're struggling. I think the biggest problem is with systems level struggling is pride. Some people be struggling and they will lie to themselves and say, I got it together, I got it figured out, I have no problems, but yet they're not making money, they're not building, they're not this. And if someone ever come in and say, man, you can put this there and you put that there and you can walk this that way and you can put this over here. And if you did all this here, it'll move smoother. No, I got it the way I want it. But you don't
Right.
realize you're struggling. You got to admit, man, you got to admit if you're not making the money. You got to admit if you're not building a customer, if you're wasting time, you got to admit, hold up, I may not be doing. And listen, you don't need anybody else to come in and tell you. You can literally say, okay, I know for a fact that every time I'm having to redo this. So if I done this way and I put this system in place, at least I overcome that problem. Then I overcome this problem. Then I overcome that problem. Now, once you admit that you got a struggle going on, and you start slowly putting in these things that you can recreate every time. What was it, Bishop? Are you talking about? Hey,
I
Donna, how
love
you?
my spiritual daughter.
That's why I gotta be quiet. Everybody think I be talking about this. That's what my lady do the other day. Everybody think I be beating them up. But that's the key thing, and I can't miss them. No man.
Lady Janique, we love you. Lady Janique, she a mess.
But most people don't think it. They're so prideful, and that's something I used to have a problem with pride. But like I say, the first thing you got to admit, I don't have the best way, even if you have a good way. What's
Bishop,
that?
everybody. Look, a lot of people think Bishop be hurting people feelings. He don't even be knowing he do. Lamisha, somebody told me the other day, it's like, man, Bishop hurt my feelings. So I was like, he has no idea he be hurting people's feelings.
I see about 4 women come to the side and hurt their feelings.
Yeah, about 4. Yeah. Go ahead, though.
But the key thing, once you admit it, man, because even watch this, like I said before, even if you have a great system, it ain't the best system. And you always can do better. My motto is, if better is achievable, good isn't good enough. And so I promise you, as good as our system is, Coach, I'm gonna give my coach name. As good as our system is, our coach come on and she tell us you can do this and this and this, and now she got us literally just destroying everything. But listen, I need that. I need that because I know if you're the smartest and the best business in the room, I just told my wife today, we gotta find other rooms. We gotta find other entrepreneurs. Because watch this, if we're the best and the biggest, but we ain't the wealthiest, it's a problem. That means that we're in a small room. So if we're the best around, but there's somebody making more money than us. No, I need a bishop. I'm listening. What you're saying is good. Seriously, I get you, then, daughter. I know I'm always give you me. I've already realized that I can.
You heard Lamisa, you give him a hard time for real,
Yeah.
and they take it though. They take it like a G.
Yep, they take it.
Let me see y'all take it like a G.
I think Pastor Johnson for move out the way and let me get him.
I think another thing, because I got two more I want to share. One more, so you definitely gotta have ownership to gain opportunities, right? Then you gotta have systems that were over struggling, and then you gotta have what you call system, not just stewardship over spending. You gotta learn as a business owner, if you're gonna build something that lasts, you can't be out here spending money. Can y'all type that in the screen? Stewardship over spending. You cannot be out here spending money left and right and call yourself a bit. I had a meeting with someone. I ain't gonna say who. I never say who, but had a meeting with someone, and I asked them, how's the, what do you do when it comes to your business? Where's your money when you spend your money for your business? She said, "Oh, it go in my pocket." Yeah. No, ma'am. What do you mean? Well, I needed it. I had to get it. I had to get the money. You gotta be able, as a business owner, to have stewardship over spending. You got to be a good steward of the money that you bring. I tell people all the time, Hardin Enterprise is doing amazing. I would say Clyde and Tonya is too, because we learn how to be good stewards. It ain't always been that way, but stewardship over that, you got to understand that you got to manage your money properly. You got to be a good steward. That's the only way God is going to give you more. When Bishop, you said something earlier, you said this. You said we partner with people to manage their funds. We're not doing the job, but we're hiring the people to do the job while we manage the funds of the people. And because we can manage the funds, guess what? They give more funds. You got to be willing to know that you got to be managed over your money. You got to have financial literacy. Like, you better take some classes if you don't. Come on here, shameless plug, Bishop's financial literacy. By the way, he's about to shut down that whole group. He's saying he can't do it. He can't do it.
If you want financial literacy,
do this class every now and then.
I teach financial literacy in the Lions Den.
Join the Lions Den.
Join the Lions Den. Join the podcast. I can't keep creating a whole bunch of rooms when we already got them. I'm trying to find y'all. How about y'all just find us? We're gonna talk about it somewhere to keep tuned in. But I will say this: the thing about 5 accounts, so I don't see it.
What happened? You be reading it before I put them up there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
No, and I'm glad you said that. I thank God for those 4th and 5th accounts. I'm glad you said that, because I was just going to say this morning, we're always, looking at opportunities and how much time. Because what happens is when you manage money, you buy time. That's whether it's your personal money, whether it's your, business money. It's about buying time. And in your personal money, if I can have, I found out if I got $6,000 of income coming in every month, of passive income coming in, every month, I can live for the rest of my life off $6,000. I'm buying time. I don't have to work hard and hustle. And so this morning, babe, I thought about it with us making sure what was the statement you used? Stewardship. By us being good stewards, I looked at it, I just counted. We have about 6 months of owner's pay that if we don't do nothing else for 6 months, our payroll is good because we bought 6 months of owner's pay. Now we get more money, we add more money to the owner's pay. But it felt good to know, okay, God, we know for 6 months we're good. I'm sorry, I can call Mama back. So that's key thing. So when you do that, you buy time with your employees, you buy time. So if you're good steward, I manage the money that we have. I believe God will honor that. I've seen God honor that and give you more. If you're faithful with little, He make you rule over much.
That part is so true. I think too, when it's building something that lasts, is understanding. Them 5 accounts will blow your mind if you did it right. Right. I would say, lastly, in order to build something, that's what we're teaching here in the den. I mean, not in the den, and at the workshop, is really teaching you to build something that's gonna last. And when you build something gonna last, guess what happened, husband? You got to build it slow.
Yeah.
So you got to learn. My very last point is legacy over quick money. You can't go for quick money. Quick money don't last. You gotta have legacy over quick money. We saw a podcast the other day. We sat here. We watch TV. When we watch TV, Lamisha, we watch it as a podcast. So we sitting at the house watching podcasts, and these 2 cats was on there and talking about, like, you don't want to invest in real estate. Like, what kind of foolery? And he was saying that you don't want to invest in real estate. It's not no money in it. It's all about how you look at it, right? It's all about how you got to have wisdom to know it's not about it being that you're making a house, because you don't make a lot of money off of real estate. With not money, but you don't make a lot off of somebody being in your home unless you have a group home, right? So you got to understand that legacy when it comes to building, and what they didn't realize is that it's not about the amount of money you're making a month. It's about the capital that you're building. Can somebody type that in the screen? Capital. It's about the capital that you are building. So we avoid quick cash. Some people can't handle the fact that we may get net 30, net 60, net 90 when it comes to payments, but it's understanding that legacy over that, man, you gotta be willing to understand that quick money is not gonna last all the time. You want to build legacy.
And not just that, if I got this here, especially when quick money is in random places or random ideas. It's like, okay, I see this working, so I'm gonna go over here and try to make this money. Okay, then you find somebody else, I'm gonna go over here and try to find this money. And then I go over here. You know, and you may be making money, but it's like, you ever seen the game at the arcade? This thing pop out, you hit the hammer on the head. The thing pop up, hit the hammer on the hit with the hammer on the head. It's like you don't know where to go. It's like not just quick money. I'm gonna say consistent money, consistent direction in that money. Because when you stay consistent in direction, you're gonna find what its root is coming from, and you're gonna find more growth. But I can't stand to see people keep popping up and running out every opportunity. You're doing t-shirts today. Now you're doing, car wash tomorrow. Now you say I'm cutting grass, and now I'm gonna do hair, and now I'm gonna sell products. I'm gonna do.
You gotta stick with one thing.
Yeah.
Not one thing, not necessarily you gotta stick with one thing, but you gotta have something that is constantly. We know disaster restoration is our thing. Does that mean that all we're going to do is disaster restoration? No, of course not. There's going to be other things that we do outside of that, but we know that that is our main thing. That's our main focus. And half of the stuff that's around disaster restoration, guess what? We got a printing company. Guess what the disaster restoration need? Printing objects. They need stuff to go to the printing.
We follow the verticals. All the verticals around that business. So it's like if this, we got dumpster rentals, but we use dumpster and disaster restoration. So all the verticals that come around that business is what we grow around it, like we're building a city around it.
Come on here. We got tree and debris now. Shout out tree and debris. But it goes around with what we're doing with disaster. It's with the equipment that we have. You can always do that. Yep, I found multiple streams with the t-shirt. I'm telling you, it's too many streams in it. And you can learn how to grow it, just staying focused on that when everything will align.
This lady we listened to her on the same podcast. She said she owned over 1,000 investment properties. And she said, man, I'm looking now to buy roofing companies because I'm repairing my roofs on my 1,000 houses. I'm looking to buy a plumbing company because I'm repairing the plumbing in all my houses. I'm looking to buy a painting company because I'm repainting all my houses. It's like, so she can make money she can save money on her properties and make money on them doing other stuff. So she's not creating companies, she's buying companies that's already out there, that's already moving. And by the way, while you do what you continue doing and making me money doing that, also come over here and do my house for free.
Did you think we ought to have a cleaning company? Look at me.
I thought about it. Yesterday.
Really?
Yesterday I thought about it because we
look at us up here talking all live. I'm sorry, I forgot we were.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But
because we every house we got to clean, and you know what? If we got somebody who want to, I'm really thinking maybe I got to buy a cleaning company.
I'm like, you joking, but I'm dead serious.
I'm serious. Somebody out there who's doing it, we absorb their company, we take on liabilities, and we give them more work while they work for us. I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, come on here, Glory. Okay, we can talk about that. But I mean, it makes sense though, because of the fact of that's some kids, husband. Because of the fact of us doing houses. I don't know. I just thought about that when you said that.
That's it, man. So that's what we got to do, y'all. We got to do better as we approach our business world and realize that, like my wife said, There's many things out there. We got to be more focused. I mean, focus is the key, man.
Yeah. I want to say this today, the last day, because I'm about to get on my couch. It is Friday and we are not working. So I'm going to sit on my couch before I go spend the day with my baby. But I want, and to all those that was on the fast with us, thank you. Thank you for being on the fast. Thank y'all for growing. Today was the last day. And I'm about to go get me some crabs and some sausages. You stupid. I'm gonna go get, look, I'm still being healthy, Lamisha. I'm gonna go get me some crabs and sausages. It's not doing it.
No.
You silly. So listen, join us. Today is the last day for the early bird special for the Teach a Man to Fish workshop. That's why we're on here. Yes, we are. Teach a Man to Fish workshop. I did it wrong again. Teach a Man to Fish workshop. Today is the last day to be part of the actual event.
Listen, help us out, y'all. That's the chance to be an event, but you can still buy. You're gonna go at $25 per register, But if you do us a favor, today's the last day for the early bird special. But do us a favor. We're trying to get 30 businesses. I'm not being healthy today. I've already had a brunch reservation set up at Phoenix. Got Monday. Get back Monday. You gonna roll with us Monday, Miss Amisha? But go ahead.
None.
But listen, I want you to realize that, help us out. We want 30 businesses. Call your cousin who's trying to do business. Call your auntie who's trying to do business. Call your brother who you know for a fact trying to do business. And even your mama, tell her, hey, you trying to do business, come to the Lions Den workshop that they're having. Listen, if you learn one thing at this workshop, if you learn one thing at this workshop you did not know, I promise you it's worth the price of admission. And there's no way we're going to have this many people in the building. East Essex, I'm still trying to confirm if it's Essex. They haven't confirmed yet. He's told me he's going to work some things out, but everyone else here is going to be there. Listen, if you have not confirmed, if you come to this workshop and you learn one thing you did not know, I promise you it's worth the whole thing. And with all the people there, you're going to learn something you did not know. So help us out, push it, let them know it's only $100 right now. And I promise you, you won't get all this stuff in one room at one time like at this workshop.
We can't wait to see you. Today is the last day. Sign up. Link is in the bio. $100 for your investment. Food will be included for your investment. We are so excited for People State Bank that has donated to this event, sponsor for this event. We're also excited about Lakeitra Miles, who has also sponsored food for this event. Food will be provided as well as continental breakfast as well. So $100 for you to come and be a part of this all-day event. Oh, headshots as well. Free headshots, professional headshots. She's only taking so many now. Don't be trying to get 15 headshots. But she's only taking so many headshots. Yeah. For you. Shout out to Key Studios that's going to be doing that. As well as, all-day event, as well as a panel for you to ask questions for these different people from Prairie View and all these other places that's going to be rocking out with us as well. So join us.
Yes.
For this workshop. I did it wrong. I got the wrong flyer. That's why I took it down. But join us. The link is in the bio. Rock out with us, man. Enjoy your Easter weekend. Enjoy your family. We're about to have fun with our entire family. Oh, you saw Lamisha said I ain't making no promises. She said I'm not making no promises.
I get
She's like, I ain't gonna do that 50-day challenge.
Yeah,
join us.
I'm trying to find a shape.
Stupid. Thank y'all for rocking out. Anything else, husband?
No, I'm really excited about it. Next week is going to be a crazy week as we try to finalize all the details and try to get there. So just meet us there. And remember, if the event starts at 9, the doors open between 8:45 and 9. The event will kick off. No question about it. It's going to kick off at 9:30. Whether you're there or not, it's going to be full speed ahead. It's going to go from 9:30. We're going to have the first part. We're going to have lunch. Then we have the great, the next part, and then we're going to go into our last part. I don't want to tell you what's going to happen. He's got to come there and see. But it'd be three parts, but it will be a networking time where you can walk around and network, headshots coming in, so many things going on. But the networking is the key. Bring your business cards, bring your blazers, bring your nice, dress attire. Come ready to represent who you are and what God calls you to do. That's all I got. I digress.
All right. Thank y'all so much for rocking out. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.